Stony Ridge Farmer? Stony Ridge Farmer there in the Blue Ridge Mountains. Yeah. Anyway, yeah, he's got over 500,000 subscribers. That's a lot. Anyway, he does a review of Starlink Internet. Starlink Internet is that new Elon Musk service that's got all these satellites, a whole bunch of them up there, okay? And it's supposed to be a game changer for nomads, okay? So if you really want fast, reliable internet, heck with all those other services that come off of towers and whatever. This thing is up in the sky, okay? So as long as wherever you're camped, you can see a particular side of the sky, whatever, it's like the southern hemisphere-ish, whatever, somewhere along that line, you can probably hook up to this, okay? And it's he did a test of it, and he gives it pretty good reviews. In fact, very good reviews. Stony Ridge Farmer there, and he's tested it out for 3 weeks, and yeah, you get a little dish. It's a small dish. It's not a big dish, and you put it up. I guess you put it on top of your vehicle, and then the satellites continue moving. They're not, like with satellite TV, you get a stationary satellite that's just parked in one spot in the sky. These satellites are continuously moving, but they're constantly going in front of the satellite dish, so the signal keeps, you know what I'm saying? Is one satellite moves out of the way, then the next satellite will move in, and so I guess you may get teeny tiny fluctuations in your signal level because of that, but still it's not enough to mess up the signal so that you do get a pretty good bandwidth, whatever. Fast. Now, the other thing you got to realize with Starlink is this is beta testing, okay? So they don't have the full gang on board, all right? So, once you get, a lot of people, millions and millions of people using Starlink in your neighborhood or in your area or in your region, is it still going to be fast and super fast? It's like they put the satellite in, they put the cable internet into your neighborhood, but you're the only one in your neighborhood on it because it's just being beta tested and your neighborhood isn't built out. You'll get super fast, and then all your neighbors move in and everybody's, streaming Netflix and 4K and stuff. How's that gonna work? So anyway, it is definitely a potential option. It's expensive. You got to buy the equipment, and it ain't super cheap. But if you really need reliable internet and you're on the road, and you're in places where you don't have a lot of places where you don't have a lot of trees. If you're in a woods or there's big mountains around blocking part of your view, you might not always get a great signal. So, but anyway. It's just another option for the cell phone towers and the Wi-Fi that people are using now on the road. And, but expect to pay a bit for it. And I would expect that after it gets up and running, it probably won't be as problem-free as it is right now for the beta testers. But check them out, Stony Ridge Farmer. Hey, there's not a lot to talk about with the Nomads right now, okay? Today I'm looking at the stuff and it's just like, duh. So let's do some other stuff. Let's do some videos of some other stuff I've been watching. I watch a lot of other stuff on YouTube, and here's what I've been watching. There's a lot of videos on the building there in Florida that collapsed, the condo building there a couple weeks ago. What caused it, how it went down, how we can prevent it. Yeah, and from what I'm watching, there's some it seems pretty certain as to what caused it. I mean, they had the pool deck down there, and there was this pool that was actually part of the structure of the building with the parking garage, and there were some pretty bad leaks out of the pool, and water was coming down and rusting the rebar that was inside the concrete, which was causing the concrete to fail, and there were some major pillars, and yeah, it looks like and then they talk about how that building fell in different chunks, and it's really, really sad story. But they've been having a lot of problems with the building and complaints about it for the last few years, and it's just really sad. But anyway, check it out. That was a good channel to watch. Jeff Ostroff. There's a lot of other engineers that are doing really good reviews of what probably caused this horrible tragedy there in Surfside near Miami Beach. So check them out. You got the real New York City cat. I always enjoying Cash Jordan, although I may be I may be reaching my Cash Jordan the point where I'm like enough of it. You know, I've enjoyed watching his real estate review videos there in New York City and some of his slice of life videos, but I'm starting to detect a certain amount of, okay, been there, done that. I don't know, man. I don't know. This is a good one. You don't want to eat. You don't want to watch this while you're eating lunch. Okay? Do not watch this. Sometimes, I come here and I put a plate down and I'm eating my gloppy burrito and I'm watching YouTube. Don't do this while you're eating lunch. Practical engineering, really intelligent guy, talks a lot about engineering, and this is how do those sanitary sewer systems really work? It's really amazing. Do you ever think of that? How do they, now obviously if you're a nomad, you're not going to worry about this because you're pooping in a bucket. But if you're pooping in a regular flush toilet, how do they get that nasty stuff all the way to the water treatment plant, which can be many, many miles away? They built a system underground that you don't even know about, you don't even see. Isn't that kind of amazing? And most of that is just gravity fed. It goes down and goes all the way, and all the different problems that can happen. Yes, sometimes it doesn't always work perfectly. This very good video here from Practical Engineering. I can't, you see it. Kurzgesagt in a nutshell. What they talk about is these planets like Mars and Venus. We may be able to live there someday. Mars probably more likely because it's definitely a much more friendlier environment. But even Venus, with temperatures of 800 degrees and crushing pressures on the surface of Venus, the planet could possibly be terraformed. So check it out. That's a very interesting video. Antenna Man, I always like watching Tyler the Antenna Man. He is up in Pennsylvania there, and he talks a lot about junk that you can get so that you can watch antenna stuff. One of the things that people that do antenna, you get an antenna, put your antenna up, and you can't always see the schedules, because it's just an antenna and you're getting the channels, but you can buy these or rent these and buy these gizmos where it's like a tuner thingy where you can DVR stuff and stuff, even if you're just watching broadcast television. Did you know that there was a fireball spotted over Idaho the other day? KTVB in Idaho. A meteor was seen flying across the sky on last Saturday night, whatever. Anyway, so whatever's a week ago, I forget. Anyway, check it out. This is cool. This is really cool. The whole sky lit up for like 2 seconds. Mega lag. This guy sent a those AirTag now that Apple has, where you can put this little coin-sized device somewhere, and then what it does is it communicates with other iPhones and stuff, and it will, you can track it. So you could put it in somebody's purse, and then it'll track wherever they go or whatever. You can track things. Well, he puts this in a pack, puts these little AirTags in packages, and he mails. He mails them to different people, including Tim Cook, Elon Musk, and he sends one to North Korea, and see what happens. Do they actually? If you mail something to North Korea, will it actually get delivered? Will it? I don't know. I've always enjoyed Jeff Marshall. He's a British dude. He goes and does a lot of British transit stuff, mainly London. But what he's doing now is he's checking out all the tram stops there in different cities, and one of them is Manchester. Very cool. The one thing you've got to say about the good old UK is that they really do have really ramped up public transit so that it really works and is all over the place. It's something we don't have here in the good old US of A. Regular cars guys up there also in Pennsylvania review the new Mustang, the Mach-E, and actually they kind of fall in love with it. They kind of do. We try to stay away from political issues, but this is a very good. Ordinary Things guy. He does some really, really good reviews of what's going on in the world today and stuff like that, and a very good look at what's going on with China. You know, everybody's talking about China. You know, and it's a huge country. It's got billions and billions of people, and they really have their own internet over there, okay? And their internet, they have the, you know, we talk about the internet here with Google and Facebook and Twitter and YouTube. They really have their own thing going on over there in good old China, and yeah, it's kind of scary. It's kind of scary. Check out Ordinary Things, the evil business of China's Great Firewall. You will yeah. You don't want to watch it while you're eating lunch. Tom Scott. All these are British guys. Okay, they're all British. He's British. That guy's British. Tom Scott's British. I don't know why I'm watching a lot of British dudes. But anyway, how many robots does it take to run a grocery store? This is Ocado grocery warehouse over there in England. It is a massive warehouse with all these little cart bots running around on wheels, and it is amazing. They do your shopping for you, but it's amazing how they have it all set up, and really kind of cool. So anyway, so what else have I been watching? Oh, Camo, the guy named Dave Hughes does a great tour on the 4th of July of downtown Morganton, North Carolina, and finds the whole town deserted. Check him out. Great channel there, Dave Hughes channel. Really intelligent guy. Again, more British guys. Let's do more British guys. Noel Phillips. Will you fly to this tiny ex-Soviet country? Yeah, he takes an Aeroflot flight. I bet it's an Airbus. It's not a Soviet-made plane, and he flies to a tiny little country there that you probably never ever heard of. Video here from Josh Cahill, another guy that does airplane reviews. He is flying. I forget where he's flying. I don't know. He's flying from like Madrid to somewhere in Russia. Okay, and the flight on the Ryanair has a technical problem over Barcelona. They don't even tell you what the technical problem is, but they have to make an emergency landing and dump some fuel before they land, and people are really upset on the plane. Some lady in front of him is really crying. It's kind of wow. Scotty Kilmer, why car prices are going to soon plummet. Very good video there, Mr. Kilmer there in where is he now? Where is he? Clarksville, Tennessee. Always got good stuff from him. Jeb Brooks is a North Carolina dude. He does a lot of plane reviews, but he's also been doing a lot of train stuff lately with his girlfriend, and he takes a train across North Carolina. North Carolina actually has a train that runs through it. That's right. He goes from Greensboro over to Raleigh on a train. This is all pickup truck, interstate highway. You don't think of people riding trains here in North Carolina, but he does it. All right, folks. Fusion is an Australian guy who talks about, this is a very good, always good stuff from Cold Fusion, Degago. He's got an interesting name. I think it's like Degago. Anyway, whatever his name is. You know that this guy actually stopped World War III. He was a Soviet technician that monitored incoming the radar stuff there back in Russia back in the 80s, and something screwed up on the radar, and they thought that there was an American attack coming, and if he had forwarded this message to his superiors, there could have been a response, and who knows, World War III could have broken out. Anyway, by his wise actions, he prevented World War III. A very interesting video there. You must check it out. Half as interesting as a funny channel. I always enjoy them. Quebec's Moving Day Chaos. Basically, what is going on there? What is going on? Apparently on the 1st, July the 1st or whatever, there's like a 7% of Canada's or Quebec's people have to move their apartments because all these leases come due, and he talks about that. And it's like a giant moving day. Yeah, first of July of every year, a good chunk of people that live in Quebec have to move around, and yeah. Okay, and we'll do one more. We'll do one Nomad related one. Matt's RV reviews. Always check him out. Stuff that an RV salesman won't tell you. Good video here from Matt's RV reviews. That's some of the other stuff I've been watching here. Camo Dave channel. We got a lot more Pet Palooza pics. I've got some older ones that people sent me last week, and then some newer ones. So I'll be doing those on this afternoon's letters reviews channel, whatever I call it, and that's that. So that's this morning show. Again, if you like me talking about stuff that isn't nomadic, throwing that in occasionally, let me know in the comments below. Some people say, hey, we only want you talking about nomads, but some mornings you just get up and I'm looking around here and going, there's just nothing to talk about that I mean, there's stuff to talk about. It's just, I like to keep you engaged with interesting stuff. So let me know what you think. I could put these reviews on my other channel, the Dave Hughes channel, and just keep the nomadic stuff on the Camo Dave channel. Let me know what you think, or throw in this in every now and then. Some other stuff Dave is watching. Thank you so much for watching. You have a wonderful rest of your Wednesday, the 7th of July, 2021. Vlog under.